said sorry, I'ma have to pass like Nash to Amari. Tiger up early on a Sunday, sinking birdies while the pigskin spinning through the air, tight and birdie. It's a TD, it's a TKO, a home run, it's a hat trick. Ain't no way to be an all-star without practice. So if you down to sacrifice your life for a draft pick, it's a pretty sweet position. You can live it if you have some things in the air. If you got game, wake up like you just don't care. If you got game, playing like you got no fit, and you got game. If you came here to win, yeah, you got game.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of Local Music Somewhere on rbeats.com. I'm your host, Greasy Keys. Thrilled to have in the studio today Cody Gentry. Welcome, Cody.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
And a good friend, Melanie Murdoch. Welcome. Thrilled to have you guys in here and talk about, your music and all the things got going on. But before we get into that, let's jump on to another little segment we're going to call For the Real. Ooh, and I want to ask you about, some modern in the news kind of things, particularly with Mark Zuckerberg's testimony in front of the California Supreme Court yesterday regarding Instagram and Facebook and Meta in general as being designed to be addictive toward kids. Well, what's your insight or opinion of that?
Yeah, so I grew up in the entire era of I think I was in middle school when, MySpace was huge, and then Facebook completely took over MySpace. And, MySpace back in the day was just a place where friends could get together and, talk about just random things or, shoot funny things back and forth.
Yeah.
And then Facebook came along and it felt a lot more organized. And through the years, we've seen Facebook kind of go into a different direction with an older demographic.
Sure, there you go. Good point.
Where there's a lot of things being fed to them that they enjoy, and so a lot of the younger folks jumped over to Instagram, where that kind of started out as people showing the pictures of their food.
Pictures, yep.
Yeah, food and pets. But since then, it seems like there's a large gathering of people on there that have made careers out of it. And so the only way that they're able to do that is to keep people engaged. And so the only way to keep people engaged is to keep showing them what they like.
Right. Yeah.
So that's very addictive. If you give people candy all the time, they're going to keep coming back. It's a very... Me in particular, as an artist, I rely heavily on social media.
Absolutely.
And I'm not good at it by any means. I try it. I try to be good at it and keep up with the trends, but it's tough. But saying all of that, it's very much kind of a slippery slope where I can get in there and, the comparison to other folks and everything, it can become very negative very quickly.
That's true.
That in itself becomes addictive.
Yeah.
So me personally, I like to get on, do what I need to do, and hop off. But I do know.
You're not a doom scroller, as
I'm not a
like
doom
to say.
scroller. Yes. No. Somehow my algorithm has given me some funny videos. Some are inappropriate. But it's a very slippery thing. I will say Mark Zuckerberg has been updating his fit lately. I don't know if you've noticed that, but he's got the chain going. And
he's got the chain now, huh?
Yeah, he's
been working out.
Little baggy jeans, some things, going surfing, so...
Interesting.
It's kind of one of those things that, kind of a too big to fail thing that we're kind of stuck with. And I think the more transparency on the dangers of it, which we haven't really seen the full effect in.
That's true. We're seeing people who have literally grown up and some folks who have, it's been around the entire lives.
Yeah.
And kids, it's a currency. Not only, I think, as far as like the wanting to be involved in the FOMO and the things that generate, like you said, negatively in the mind, but then it's all a part of our strategy of, like I said, of interacting with people,
right.
Promotions and things like that. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, I wish there was a different way to go about reaching masses. but this is what we have, and it's a powerful tool that needs to be taken responsibly.
Yeah.
And I don't really think anyone in charge is taking it responsibly.
Right.
So maybe it's just up to us.
Just passing the buck until.
Yeah.
Passing the Zuck.
Yeah. Hey, keep doing your thing, Zuck.
You're right. Yeah.
Get a Cody Gentry shirt.
Yes, exactly. Come on, Zuck. Get definitely some Cody's merch. But hey, thank you so much for the insight on that. That's really interesting, and I think there's going to be a lot more conversations regarding that. Obviously with with not only the platforms, but then the AI be integrated more and more. Obviously online and through just different platforms. It's definitely a slippery slope that needs some honest conversations.
Yeah,
So
the whole AI thing I could talk about for a while,
Right.
but as far as the end of the world and everything, but
no.
I'm
Terminator 2
I'm here
over
to take
here.
over the world, though. So don't worry, guys.
Well, that's amazing. Well, man, thanks again for taking time to come into the studio today. We just were thrilled to have you in and want to highlight all that you've done and all that you're doing with your music. So we'll just give everybody a little intro and give us a little bit of your background.
Yeah. So I'm a singer and a songwriter. I'm a dad. I'm a husband.
Yes.
But I play music that I find entertaining, and I write music that I find entertaining and hopefully thought provoking is the biggest thing. And I play anywhere and everywhere, from Texas to Rhode Island. So, as far as how I got started, I've always played music. I've always written in some capacity, whether it be poetry as a kid or something. And I like to say I'm a dreamer that never really fell back into reality. So
Still there, huh?
You're still there,
dreaming through. I love it.
Yeah. And what started as a very inexpensive hobby has morphed into a very expensive career. So
Yes, it is.
It's been good. It's been really good. So yeah, that's kind of where I am.
I love that. I read that the first song you ever learned was "Please Don't Bury Me" by John Prine.
That's right. Yeah.
So what does that say about your childhood?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So I have
interesting song.
I come from a very long line of people with somewhat dark humor. So my dad was a huge John Prine fan, and he had a record of all John Prine songs, and for whatever reason, that one just stuck to me at an early age. I like to tell people I had a very the one thing that you can say about me is I listened to too much John Prine, and I read too many of the Far Side galleries as a kid. Those were the two things that kind of influenced me. So
I love it.
I have a very there's a song by the Brothers Osborne. It's called "I'm Not for Everyone," and it says I'm good for some, but I'm not for everyone. I'm a bad joke at the wrong time. That's kind of me. So
A bad joke at the wrong time.
That's it.
So you said, you're influenced by not only songwriters but storytellers and authors. You've been stated that some of your influences like Flannery O'Connor, David Joy, and Larry Brown. What can writers teach songwriters that maybe other songwriters can't?
That is a fantastic question, and one that I've never gotten before. I think what storytellers are able to do, they're able to dig in on truths that songwriters don't have enough space for. So David Joy in particular, he was one of my favorite authors. Now he's a good friend of mine, fortunately.
Cool.
So what he's able to do is he's able to really, really focus on environment and character arc. So with the story arcs in particular, he dives so deep and wastes no time. Not a single phrase, single word is out of place because everything is direct. And so that's what I think. I have to be careful because there's a lot of great songwriters, but cutting through all the fat and not having a wasted word is what I find in fantastic writing. And it comes across in a lot in books. The literary phrases and things. A lot of times you can't get away with it in a song.
That's true.
But I try. I'm trying. Yeah, it's
That's something I like about your music is that it tells a story and it immediately pulls you into this little world, and you're kind of waiting to see what happens, but it's all within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's really a strength of yours is the storytelling.
Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of my whole goal is to write something that people can take, and whether you're on the narrator side or not,
Right on.
it's up to you.
Well, here's another story or another question regarding authors, but how about we flip it to songwriters? You're influenced by guys like Guy Clark, John Prine, Townes Van Zandt. What are those songwriters? What do they understand about songwriting that maybe is kind of lost in the modern songwriting?
They read.
There you go.
They
Yes.
read all of them.
Or well read, yeah.
They're very well read. And they just have a way of bringing in the darkness and showing the light on the darkness. Because all of those guys, all of the great writers, are able to not only see the world but see themselves in the world, which is a very hard thing to do for some folks. They like to, pontificate on things that, like that word, pontificate.
I love it. Yes.
That's at least 3 syllables.
You read that somewhere, didn't you?
I heard it said once. I don't know if I used it right, but no, they're able to talk about things that a lot of people would find either gross or just not interesting, and they turn it into something that is beautiful. Same with David Childers.
Yeah,
probably
absolutely.
I refer to him as my musical mentor. I don't know if he would like that term.
I'm sure he would love that.
Okay, well, I'll ask him, but I haven't paid him for it yet. But he's the same way. He can take something so dark and turn it into you can see the other side from it. So that's kind of the biggest thing.
Like shining the light instead on the darkness.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's get into, your songwriting and recording. Like you released an album. That's you're working on some new material, but you released an album called Blue Ridge Gold in 2024 or 2024, and it's amazing. By the way, I've listened to it, and you recorded it in Nashville.
That's right.
Correct. Did you? Was it hired players there, or was it?
There were
guys that you worked with previously, or tell us about that process.
Can I tell you the whole story? Do we have time
Let
for the
it
whole
rip.
story? All right,
This is the time to tell the story.
So I was sitting in church one Sunday, and I was working this job that I absolutely hated, and it wasn't the job; it was just the environment of being in an office.
Sure. It wouldn't matter what job it was.
No.
Because you're in an office.
No, but if I was in this office, it would be awesome. This place is awesome. But I was like, man, just show me what I need to do. If I need to take, a better position at this job, I'll do it. But if you want me to pursue this and actually do it, then, show me. So that night I go to sleep. The next morning I wake up and social media is exploded. I was like, what's going on? So I find out that I put up a video of my brother and I singing a song that I wrote called High as a Pine. And the comedian Bert Kreischer shared it everywhere.
Right on.
He liked it so much. He tagged my Instagram, tagged my YouTube, all of this stuff. And so I was like, well, that's neat. I was really pumped about it, told him thank you. And we spoke back and forth. And I was like, well, that was a really cool thing that happened. And then right after that, Dean Miller, who was the only producer I'd ever known, he didn't know me, reached out and he said, do you want to make an album? So I was like, well, this seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So, Dean Miller is the son of Roger Miller, who I grew up listening to.
Amazing.
So I was like, this is all kind of a full circle moment. So, skip ahead, go make the album with incredible players, like A-list players. And then the guitar player, Saul Phil Cox Littlefield. He's played on everybody from Luke Combs to Jelly Roll, all these
Very cool.
these guys. So he's also a producer. So on my next album, we're about halfway done, but we're doing that in Muscle Shoals. So
Fantastic.
It's a really cool deal. Yeah,
man. Nashville to Muscle Shoals, man. That's the way to do it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, it is a great sounding record.
Thank you.
And although it's been out a year and a half or so, there's a timeless sound to it, man. Timeless feel that it's really great.
Yeah, and that's kind of what so you saying that means so much, because that's kind of what I was hoping for. I want something kind of like a John Prine album, where you can listen to it years and years later, and it still resonates. So that's kind of I think the best albums do that.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for saying that.
It sounds great. I really dug into it and enjoying it, and got everything from acoustic guitar, of course, electric guitar, mandolins in there.
Yep.
The sweet organ pads, some Barkin Wurlitzer piano, all the great, Americana elements that, definitely speak to me, and I know to a lot of other folks, man. So that's really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, the keys player was Jimmy. He played with the Wallflowers back in the day.
Oh,
so,
okay, very cool.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Definitely
guy.
tell that. He had all the right sounds. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Before we get too far in, I want to pivot and Melanie kind of bring you into the conversation.
Sure.
You've kind of have stepped up in the musical community lately as sort of, I know we have you down as booking agent, but you've, more than that, I would say. You've really sort of become sort of like a band mom, maybe. I don't know what would be the proper term, but but just want to highlight you for a moment. And so, what are you into these days?
I've found I've become more of a connector.
Yeah. An advocate too, I would say.
Yeah, actually, we were talking off camera earlier. It's not been quite a year since I actually met him in person at it was a David Childers music celebration.
Yes.
And there were so many different artists on stage that I had never met, but they were just one person, like 1 degree of separation away from people that I knew.
Uh-huh.
And since meeting all those people from that show, my life has just opened up into so many rich directions. And I've helped, I started out this summer working with Jason Moss and the Hosses.
Yes, yep.
And managing with them. And then, Cody, I actually heard his voice and worked with his music before I actually met him.
That's right. Yeah.
So David Childers' son, Robert, had been recording some of his music.
That's right.
The song Clarabelle, which I love.
Thank you.
And I made a video for it. And it was at that thing in March last year where I actually met him.
That's right.
And so after that, we connected. And I said, it feels like we've known each other forever.
I know. Yeah.
We just kind of clicked. And then it's just kind of grown bit by bit like that.
Uh-huh.
I try to help people connect with gigs or connect with opportunities or grants or, my background is in the library where we were always saying, how can I help you? And I feel like that's kind of my tagline.
Sure.
That's what I live by, is what makes me feel useful in this world.
Right.
And so it's just something I love, and trying to keep the creative community alive and, standing up for the underdog.
Yeah.
That's all what I'm about. So I'm helping probably 5 different people right now.
That's great.
Actively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, we've been friends for a few years now. And just like with the library, I mean, that's how we met, is you invited me to come speak to some little kids
right.
about, my career as Greasy Keys, which is, has sort of helped that, for me in outreach, community outreach has been a passion for me. So I'm grateful for you for that opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you've had some struggles with like long-term chronic illness and things like that. So I'm just thrilled to see you kind of having an opportunity to get back out in the community and acknowledge that and say thank you, on behalf of, other artists and in the community that, we need it. We need that help. And having someone like you who may not be actively a musician, but has the passion and the wherewithal to make those connections, you're just as important. So thank you for your role in the community.
Yeah, I'd like to second that, because, I see all the time, I'm in all of these different, communities, and everyone's saying like, why is it so hard to get gigs or meet other musicians in Charlotte?
Yes.
And it's people like you who bring people together. Charlotte's been really, really good to me as kind of an outsider of the group. But these guys and girls that are out there doing it, they're really good, and you're the backbone of it. So thanks for doing it. Yeah,
It's true.
I've actually been in music coordination for about 13 years now.
yeah,
And so that kind of helped. When I was working with the library, I was actually kind of doing that during lunchtime, managing a band, and at night going to gigs. And so I met David Childers and a lot of the kind of major players through that. And so now people are saying, well, how do you know so-and-so? It all goes back to that original group.
Right.
it does seem like all the whole circle revolves around David Childers.
Hey, let it be. He is obviously, he has touched a lot of people for many years. And, even to local people, even to the Avett brothers, I know they celebrate him as well. And they've gone on to huge national success, international success. And it's amazing that they will continue to, bring him up for shows or do one of his songs or just, continue to uplift him. And again, it just goes to show what an impact he's made and continues to make. And David, if you're watching, we're wishing you all the best, man. And thank you for all that you do.
Yeah.
And Cody, let's go back to you. You were talking about, interacting with Charlotte. You actually have a show coming up on March 14th.
That's right.
At the Evening Muse here in
right.
Charlotte. For you, what makes the Evening Muse special compared to other venues?
Yeah, the Evening Muse is one of those. It's, for me, outsider looking in, it is the quintessential listening room in this area. I'm talking from the upstate all the way up 85.
Yeah.
It is the place where if you're playing there, it gives you some sort of validation because it's a place so historic and so many people have come out of there and come through there and go there multiple times because they just love it so much. So it feels kind of like that culture of Charlotte, which Charlotte's changed so much. It seems like they're like stuck in that firm culture of Charlotte and Noda and all these places that kind of founded what Charlotte is in the music scene. So I'm honored to play there. It's going to be a great show. We've got Mac Lee Park coming in from Greenville, actually.
Fantastic.
Lives in Nashville now. We're gonna play that show, and it's bringing the full band. And it's my first time at the Evening Muse, and I want it to be really, really, really cool. So we're doing a full band.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I've got a great relationship with everyone there, like family at the Muse, and like I said, I've been there since they opened back in, maybe 2001, maybe even. Wow. And it's amazing how it's changed a lot all around. Like the whole area, no doubt, is totally different than it was. But yeah, they are sort of holding on to the spirit there and the heartbeat. And they will shush you. Like I said, they're a listening room and they will shush you. If someone's playing solo acoustic and you're talking in the back, it's not a very big room, but the bartender will shush you.
Yeah. So. Have you ever been shushed at your own show? Because I have.
At your own show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. And it was well worth it. It wasn't me. It was the people I were talking to were very loud, and I'm pushing it off on them because I can never be loud or break any rules. I've been shushed at my own show, and rightfully so.
Well, speaking of your own show, your live shows have been described as both intimate and energetic. So how can you be both at the same time?
It's like a comedian bringing in people with their, bringing them into the joke. It's pulling people into what you're doing.
Yeah.
I saw a band, I'm not going to mention who it is. It's a very great band, and they were perfect on stage. But there was no drawing from the crowd.
Right.
And so while they were absolutely amazing, that whole piece was missing. And so at every one of my shows, I make sure that what I'm doing, the energy that I'm putting out is going straight to you, and I'm getting your energy back. And that's what creates that intimacy.
Absolutely.
And it's energetic because I'm energetic.
Right.
This is the best job in the world. And so every time I get to play in front of people, it's the best job in the world. I don't care if it's one person or.
I was going to ask you, I know obviously the synergy or, and like the reciprocal energy with an audience is very important to every musician. But, how do you bring the energy whenever maybe there is only one or two people there?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And I've had shows like that.
Yeah.
And I think everyone who's a musician has had shows like that. I think it's important to, especially when there's so few people there. I think it's important to thank them in a way of giving them the best show possible. So it turns from kind of evolves from, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm here to entertain you. It's almost more special when there's only a few people there, because these are the people that showed up, in Indiana and they wanted to hear music. So I'm going to make sure that they are completely entertained.
I wanted
That's
to
a great
say
mindset.
too, I saw someone the other day was saying, that one person there, you don't know what their situation is. Maybe there's something that you're going to sing that night that they need to hear.
Absolutely.
Something to connect. Or maybe that's your next agent and you don't know it.
Could be.
That's true. That is so true. That's good, wise words there, Melanie. I love that. Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break here, and you're going to get your guitar out and maybe jam some songs for us.
Man.
It was a small, intimate show today, but
Love that.
we'd love to have the energy here.
Yeah.
But hey, we got Cody Gentry in the studio with Melanie Murdoch. I'm Greasy Keys with Our Beats. We'll be right back after this message. We're going to hear some live music here in just a bit.
Welcome back to this week's segment of What's Trending Now on Our Beats Radio, Media, and Streaming Network. Take it away, Greasy. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And now let's get started on our upcoming local, national, and international concerts. Starting off with someone who's out of the ordinary, Alex Warren, who's headed on the Little Orphan Alex Tour, taking place on Friday, June 26th at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. Doors open at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Greasy,
Hey!
who's an artist that you know who's out of the ordinary.
I got to shout out one of my all-time favorite bands, Primus. They're as weird as it gets.
Love that. Sammy Stevens and Mariah Van Cleef are headed to the Evening Muse on Thursday, March 26th. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. You can get your tickets at eveningmuse.com. Greasy,
Hey!
what's your favorite Mariah Van Cleef song?
She's got a great new single out called Little Tulips that everyone should check out.
Amazing. Make sure to stream it. Pitbull is coming back to Charlotte with the I'm Back tour with special guest Little John, taking place on Wednesday, May 20th at the True and Light Amphitheater. Doors open at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Greasy,
Hey!
what's your favorite Pitbull song?
Fireball.
Oh, what a fire song. This is Annalise Pearl and Greasy Keys bringing you all the new details and the latest trending water cooler conversations. Stay on top of the Our Beats app and OurBeats.com, always bringing you the best independent national and international music artists. Constant influences are on the Our Beats app. You all know the drill. Now let's get started with this week's DJ World Beats top trending songs. Spinning now on 25/8 366, our global pop stream, DJ World Beats brings you Zombie by Young Blood and the Smashing Pumpkins. We have Time of My Life by MGK. We have Good Citizen by IMMA. Trending now on Our Beats Radio, our house and EDM stream, we have Out of My Body by Anima featuring EJ. We have Bring Me to Life by Tiesto. We have Not Alone by Hardwell and Dyro. We have Now We Are Free by Gabri Pont, Blaster Jacks, and One World, Tom Remix. Coming up on We Global Radio, our hip hop and R&B stream, we have Counting My Days by Mongol the Iceberg. We have Burantino by 6ix9ine and Margot. We have Kings and Queens by Cheryl Salt James. We have Let Me Slide by DaBaby featuring Big X The Plug and That Mexican OT. We have New Riot by Rebel featuring Primal She's. And closing out on USA Heroes, our classic rock and country station, we have Wild Woman by Aerosmith, Young Blood, and Lainey Wilson. And then we have Pork Chop Sandwich by Jay Wick. That concludes this week's countdown. Be sure to check out our social media sensation show, What's Trending Now. Be sure to check out the watch list with Greasy Keys. And be sure to check out RBTZ TV on YouTube and RBeats.com. That's all for now. Take it away, Greasy. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks so much, Annalise. We always enjoy those shows, and it's always a pleasure to be your backing band anytime we get a chance to. Right now, we got Cody Gentry in the studio. Cody, you got your guitar out. You're going to play us some songs. Give us a little intro of the first one.
Yeah, I'm going to play a song that I'll play a song that I just recorded,
Awesome.
and I've been playing it live, but haven't really put any videos up or anything. So we like to call this an R Beats exclusive.
There we
How
go.
about that?
We're thrilled, man. We're thrilled. Let's go.
The song's called Wound Tight. Rain is coming, rolling, humming, rattling the side of the vinyl. I'll batten down the hatches for a storm that I can't dodge. The devil is resting on the bathroom sink while I'm sweating out the best of me. A blue-eyed Jesus hangs over the bed, hiding holes in the motor lodge. I'm wound tight, wishing I was loaded. Maybe I'm born for losing, bound for misery. Now I'm screaming out your name, the purest words I know. So Saint Marie, won't you pray for me? I saw God through the stained glass, casting every color on a wooden pew. You in white, your loving hand in mine. But the hard times seem to hit me harder, wilted like a flower undercut too. Went digging in the dirt to find anything to get me high. Now I'm wound tight, wishing I was loaded. Maybe I'm born for losing, bound for misery. Now I'm screaming out your name, the purest words I know. So Saint Marie, won't you pray for me? Faster than a rhythm at a tent revival. Where's a man breaks sand on ground already wrong? Kind of man fakes dead for the sake of survival. And my better off as the letters on a store. Now I'm wound tight, wishing I was loaded. Maybe I'm born for losing, bound for misery. Now I'm screaming out your name, the purest words I'll ever say. So if you stand or stay, Saint Marie, won't you pray for me? Oh, pray for me. Oh, pray for me.
Woo. Yeah, man. Powerful stuff, man. Fantastic.
Thank you.
So you've been quoted as in saying that touring with different genres expanded your appetite for inspiration. So what's maybe a genre that influenced you that you never expected?
Ooh, a genre that I absolutely love is like Mexican folk music. I've gotten into a lot of the what they call corridos, but it's just singers like Chileno Sanchez.
Right on.
One of my absolute favorites.
Amazing.
The first time I ever heard Nieves de Enero was just like blown away. So I was actually down in Texas a little while ago, and we passed through this gas station. They had $20 Chileno Sanchez shirts. So I'm like, yup, getting those. Nice. So I almost wore it today, but all you could see was like a pistol right here. And I was like, maybe not. So.
That's great. That's a great answer. Cool. How about another song?
All right, let's do it. Let me tune this up.
Sure.
I'll play one off my record. Play a slow one since I played a fast one. This song I wrote during COVID. It was it was one of those times where you don't know what to do. So
I'll tell you what, that was some tricky times.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So I was riding around on the grass cutter. What is that thing called?
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower. That's the one.
I thought you were going to say riding around 385.
Yeah, you know 385. Yeah. I was riding around on the lawnmower, And this song hit me out of nowhere. And I like to say I wrote it faster than any other song. And I had it written down before the lawnmower hit the fence.
Amazing.
So
Hey, that's amazing.
sometimes they happen. The song's called Mountaineer. There's gotta be a place bigger than this. Sheetrock strong enough to catch my fist. Maybe a drink that still burns my tongue. Anywhere's good I ain't yet run from. Oh, I'm just tired. Lord, let me be. Look high, but you won't find a man lower than me. If I could reach up, find the ground, I could rest my head on the mountain now. Any reason to hang around. Lost my brother on a foreign shore. Ration my wages at the company store. Spend most of my days staring at the floor. My bones will break, I'll ask for more. These scars stuck around long after the pain. Like the old swing tire collects the rain. Don't need to know the time of day. The dark never bothered me anyway. Oh, I'm just tired. Lord, let me be. Look high, but you won't find a man lower than me. If I could reach up, find the ground, I could rest my head on the mountain now. Any reason to hang around. And the skeletons chatter like drunken old friends, rattling back to the place they've been. And someday soon I'll join the crowd, but I don't feel much like talking now. No, I don't feel much like talking now. Oh, I'm just tired. Lord, let me be. Look high, but you won't find a man lower than me. If I could reach up, find the ground, I could rest my head on the mountain now. Any reason to hang around. Any reason to hang around. Any reason to hang around.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you.
Man, love all the. Yes, exactly, exactly. So let me ask you this: what would you tell maybe an up and coming songwriter who's trying to find their voice? Any advice?
Write what you know.
Mm.
It's kind of a tale as old as time, but the only thing that you can do is what you can do. And so I would say read voraciously. Find out what you want to say. Find out what you believe. And it doesn't even have to rhyme. Don't worry about rhyming.
Right.
Don't worry. I mean, if you want to write songs for yourself and others and you sing them, go do it. If you want to write your songs and then pitch your songs for other people to sing, you have to sing your songs. That's what David Childers told me. I had a pocket full of songs, and David said, "These are great songs, but you have to sing them because no one will hear them if you don't." And I said, "Well, I'm not a good singer." He said, "I think you're a good singer. All you need is confidence." So, years later, here we are.
Yeah.
So that would be my biggest advice, and keep writing. Even if it's not good or you look back on it and you find it terrible, keep writing. That's the only way to push through And if you want to do this for a living, find anything. I mean this with all sincerity. Find anything else that you can do and do that. If there's something you can do that instead. But if there's something about it that you can't leave alone and you have the absolute calling to do it, go do it as hard as you can.
Right.
It's not an easy road, but for somebody like me, it's the only thing that I can do that's not wasting my time career-wise.
I hear you. And when it comes to your songwriting, do you feel like you write a song about a subject that pretty much dots that subject and you move on to something different? Or do you try to look at the same subject with different perspectives?
Yes. To both.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll start writing something and then I'll say, well, I've kind of already written on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my feelings on the subject change.
Sure.
Whereas, when I wrote this certain topic before, I felt one way, and maybe some events have happened where I feel differently now, and that's where it takes me. I don't like to fight the inspiration when it comes, because for me, I'm not someone that writes every single day. So when the inspiration does come, I have to follow it. Even, there's multiple times where I just I try to fight it too hard, and then it keeps bugging me. It's like a sneeze that won't come out.
You just gotta get it out.
Yeah,
That's a great analogy.
you just have to get it out. And that song in particular, the first one I played, "Wound Tight," it's a song that I had completely written, and I knew it wasn't right, so I decided to leave it alone, because the song is about addiction. I've written about addiction, and so I came back to it because it was just bothering me. So I had to do the song justice and be true to it. So yeah.
I love that. That's very cool.
Thanks. Yeah,
Well, Cody, and we know we talked about your show coming up March 14th at the Evening Muse. Anything else coming up show-wise you'd like to promote?
I have a whole bunch of shows that are going on. If anyone's listening in Georgia, I'm playing the Georgia Theater before Old Crow Medicine Show.
Fantastic.
I'm playing in Greenville in March. Greenville, South Carolina. I know there's Greenvilles in every state, but Greenville, South Carolina with Abe Partridge. And then I'm going up from, I guess, South Carolina all the way up to Rhode Island.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's going to be a good run.
Yeah.
So follow along. I'd love to see you at a show. I'd love to meet you and get you to buy some merch, so I can continue my plan of dominating
There
the
you
world.
go. And where can fans find you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Cody Gentry Music. Facebook, the same, CodyGentryMusic.com, and yeah, anywhere else.
And now, is all your music released through, not on Spotify though, right?
It's on Spotify,
It is on
it's on
Spotify? Okay.
Apple.
Okay, cool.
I pay for it, so it should be on everywhere.
Yeah.
If it's not, let me know, because I'll have to talk to Melanie about it. That's great. Yeah, so follow along. I'd love to meet you.
Fantastic. Cody, thank you so much for taking your time to come up and spend some time with us here in Our Beats and sharing us your insight and your talent and your songwriting. We're just so grateful for you to do that, and want to invite you back again sometime very soon.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Bring us some other musicians maybe with you if you want to. You really fill it out if you want to do that. We're going to have a lot of opportunities like that coming up for Our Beats, so we're really excited about that coming up. And yeah, just keep rocking and rolling.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
much.
for having me. Arby's is a great program. So thank you.
And thank you, Melody, for making time to come in and join us as well. And
Absolutely.
And thank you for all that you're doing for local artists. And is there a way that folks can find you? Are you looking to expand your role there, or are you just kind of rolling as you can? I know.
Only
you have a
me.
lot. Yeah, there you go.
This is no.
Very territorial of it.
People will come after me now. I'm on Facebook under Melanie Murdoch, and I think I'm in a pretty good holding pattern right now.
Right.
Kind of at capacity. I want to be able to do a good job for everybody.
Right on.
And she does.
She does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, again, we thank you for being here and all that you're doing for the community. And look forward to having you guys back in real soon, okay?
Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, this has been Greasy Keys in the R-Beat studio with Local Music Somewhere with Cody Gentry and Melanie Murdoch. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you next time.